Hey guys, it's Looch, and I'm going to try to get through this before Mr. Cheswick ruins it with his incessant barking. Right, Lefty? Okay. Watched a documentary. It's not new. Came out in 2014. It's called No, the Dock Ellis story. Dock Ellis was a pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates who struggled his entire life with drugs and alcohol, amphetamines, but performed while under the influence, and then most famously pitched a no-hitter while tripping on LSD.
Dave Cash kept telling me before the fourth inning, he said, you have a no-no, you have a no-no.
And then about a couple innings later, he came back. He said, Dave, I still got a no-no going.
The phone started ringing and calling Paula.
All I knew is he had pitched a no-hitter. And I knew as a ball player's wife with a husband who was a pitcher, that was a good thing.
Yeah. He was one of a kind. I mean, there's a part where we would have... This is the 70s, of course, but it was like... The most appalling thing was that he showed up on the field for practice with hair curlers. There's a lot of really infamous pictures of him with the hair curlers. It was a style. What's the big deal? Like, first guy to get an earring. You know, this is crazy, right? But he got traded around quite a bit. New York, didn't get along with the Steinbrenner, Billy Martin thing, ended his career in Pittsburgh, but also then became a drug counselor to younger athletes and also to young men in prison.
He was so effective with inmates because he treated an inmate just as a person.
The women in his life do not have good stories, and that bums me out because it is telling of his character, and I'm not blaming it on the drugs. I really wish that part had more of a resolve. I'm not sure. But he was married, I think, twice, and they both were not treated well, which is just too bad and, tragic. But at any rate, a lot of the players alongside of him talk about him as a character, his entire career with the Pirates and other workplaces, and how at one point the entire starting lineup of the Pirates were all men of color, and that's huge. He also reads a letter that Jackie Robinson wrote to him. That's pretty powerful stuff. Kind of a passing of the torch, but it's so worth your while. It's called No, and it's a documentary about Dock Ellis.
Doc was a smart pitcher. I'm talking smart.
You really had to be good from a mental standpoint if you're going to win 19 ball games.
I saw, how he became a great guy, a great man, and a great counselor.
If I had never met Dock Ellis, I'm scared to think where I'd be right now.
The no-hitter was great, but the latter days were greater.